Welcome back to Don's Life. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining today. It's a beautiful day. We've got the birds chirping. Unfortunately, we still got a problem. That's right. We have to do some selling and it involves the AT4. Let's go. Okay, let me explain. On my channel, I share pretty much every mod, tech review, anything to do with my projects with you at home. That means that any purchases I make, any items that I receive, at some point I accumulate them and I just can't keep them forever. Therefore, if I agree to do a review or show you some type of DIY installation project or just give you inspiration for whatever you're doing, unfortunately it means I may have to replace an existing one with the new item that I'm looking at. So thank you for your continued support. I hope you appreciate what I do put into these videos. I really enjoy making them. I'm not complaining at all. So in this video, I'm gonna remove a couple things that you probably won't see on this channel again. And the benefit of YouTube is all those videos are there with those products, even if I don't have them anymore. So they're never really gone. Now I'm at the point where some of the mods that I have, I just can't see myself using for the foreseeable future or ever. I think it's important to remind my audience as well that when I buy things, whether it be the BMW here, my AT4, my wife and I getting her Cadillac, that we do modifications or customize things that we can afford to do at the time, whether they're sponsored or not. I spend a lot of my own personal income to fund a lot of these projects. And it's also a misconception that when you're sponsored for something that it's free. It's not. If you're doing it correctly, you have to pay income tax on those things. In some cases, duty. It all counts and the taxman gets their piece. So whether you feel that's fair or not, that's the reality. All these things do cost money, but there's just some things that I can't keep. But what I'm proud of most with my channel is that I do keep things for a period of time and live with them. So I can truly show you what living with a GMC Sierra AT4 is like, or a BMW M4, or now our Cadillac. I try to give you the reality of these situations. I'm not the guy that just goes and, buys an expensive vehicle that's already done up, drive it, sell it, repeat. That's just not me. I like to do things to them and give them my own personal touch. So I hope you guys appreciate that. And if you're a subscriber, it means you probably do, and that's why you stick around for more. I just see so many YouTubers, especially ones that I follow too, that just buy builds, pay other people to build them, and then drive them for a bit and then flip it and do something else. And I get that gets you views, but it's just not my personal style. So that's why I'm maybe a little bit different, but that's okay. But what I'm creating is meant to be a little more longer term, because one day an 18-year-old is going to be able to afford this truck, maybe the one that I'm pointing at right now, and he's going to want to do some things to it. And a channel like this might give him some inspiration. Doesn't have to be a GMC product, could be a Ford, could be a Nissan, who knows? But a lot of these things are transferable to other platforms. Anyway, let's get into the first thing we need to sell. So this one you probably know already, but we have the EGR roll track that needs to go in place of the Rev Industries bed cover, box cover, tonneau cover, whatever you like to call it. I've had zero issues with this box cover. You can go back to that install video. I'll leave a link up here if you want to see it, but I do need to sell this. It's a flip cover. It's made of aluminum. It's very strong. You do not have to lift it to close the tailgate. The tailgate can still close, and it seals pretty well here, except you can get some water in the sides. I'm not worried about getting zero water, but when I do get any drips in here, it's just down here in the corners, and it's only because the tailgate's not sealed, but you can buy a kit for that. But I've had no issues with this. It's held up to a couple hailstorms. Sometimes they dent, but the storms it endured didn't seem to dent it. So that's good. It's been really, really nice. The only drawback, other than it being manual, and I'll show you here. If I want to put items in only this portion of the box, the wind could catch this at certain speeds. So I have to fold this all the way up. And to get this last fold, I need two hands or climb up in the bed because it's just a little heavy at that angle from the ground with one hand. But here's the other problem. So sure, my cargo can only go up to there. That's not a deal breaker for me. I can get a little bit underneath. Not a deal breaker to me. But this is the challenge. If I go to look outside, I just see a wall. So I don't love that. Some people have a canopy they put on top and it's enclosed and blocks the window, and that's fine. But in this case, this is a bit of a pain in certain applications. And with this roll track, we won't have to worry about that. The roll track will allow us to open the bed anywhere along the channel here, but it will still reserve a little bit of space up here, but it will not block the window. This has been really good, except when there's 6 inches of snow on it. It's heavy, so you gotta brush the snow off, as one would with any box cover, and then you can flip it open. But it's been great. I have no complaints. So I'm gonna sell this locally. Now when I say sell locally, I just mean I'm gonna list it in local listing sites, whether it be Facebook Marketplace. Here we have Kijiji. Craigslist isn't that big here in this city. If I get a bite and somebody wants to buy it, great. I'm not asking you as an audience member to feel compelled to buy this off me. However, if you live really close to Saskatoon, it might be worth your while, but I'm not going to assume anybody would want this box cover that lives in Texas as an example. Let's remove this box cover in record time. Well, that wasn't so bad. Actually pretty easy. Came off in minutes. We have it all down here. We got our box cover, our rails, our 2 drain hoses, and the 6 clamps. Ready for a happy home at a discounted price. We do, however, still have our bed lighting that was attached to the framing of the box cover. Let me turn it on for you and remind you of that. So here it is. I have it set up to turn on with these cargo lights here. I really did enjoy this bed lighting. Unfortunately, I'm not going to need to use it because fortunately, the new cover has built-in LED lights. So hopefully we won't miss this too much. But if you ever want this product, I'd highly recommend it. It's really good. And that's my wife making a ton of noise over there. She always interrupts my videos, but she's also the life of the party. So what do you do? So let me remove these quickly and then we'll have a naked truck. All right, that wasn't so bad. We got all the lights here. I'll probably just throw them in with the box cover because I don't think I have a use for them beyond putting in the new roll track over there. Again, I hope you're not under the impression I'm selling directly to you. I'm not, but if somebody did live very close to me, it might be worth their while to check them out if they can use these items. There is one more very specific item that I'm putting up for sale, and that is these Boost Auto Parts 2019 and on tow mirrors. I did not install them on my truck. They were on a 2020 Silverado Trail Boss, which they knew I'd be installing them on, and they agreed to send me a set to review, but that truck sold. So I still have them. I can't use them on my truck because I don't want to give up my 360 camera mirrors. Those mirrors there, they do not have the provision for the 360 cameras, so that'd be a feature I'd have to give up. But if you don't have the camera mirrors, then they might work for your truck. So that might be something there that I could give somebody a deal they couldn't refuse, and then shipping it even across border might be worth it. So if you're interested in that, you could send me an email. That information's in the description below. Again, not trying to sell to you directly, but if you wanted a set and I can't use them, somebody might as well benefit from them. I did have to pay hefty taxes on those and some import fees, but they're going to be a really good value to somebody that may want them. Again, if you want all the details for those mirrors, definitely check out the video from the install because that'll show all the features they have or don't have. Well, it looks like we're ready to install the EGR roll track for one of the next videos. So hopefully you join the Don's Life family and get some inspiration for your next project. So on that note, if you liked today's video, hit that like button. Please consider subscribing and we'll talk to you next time.